If we fully appreciate and build on the democratic heritage as they did. There is much to love about our country. Its multiracial, multinational character, sheer size and physical beauty, mosaic of cultures, and its enormous economic, scientific, artistic achievements are all worth celebrating. A few minutes ago we sang Woody Guthrie's classic. This land is your land, this land is my land. Woody and other artists such as Langston Hughes, Pete Seeger, Maya Angelou, Paul Robeson, Bruce Springsteen, Tupac Shakur, Lauryn Hill, Eddie DeFranco, and Mos Def all sing not only about the shortcomings of our country, but also its beauty and its unlimited possibilities. We cannot allow the right wing to appropriate the symbols, language, and images of our country's past and fasten them to their reactionary political project. It is sheer political folly to concede this ground to the right under the mistaken notion that nearly everything in our past is corrupted and compromised. Despite the shortcomings of our society, there is still much to claim ownership of in our history. It is working people, in the first place, who have strong feelings of pride in the country they built. The great Bulgarian communist Georgy Dimitrov once wrote, and I quote, "Communists are irreconcilable opponents in principle of bourgeois nationalism in all of its forms. But we are not supporters of national idealism and should never act as such. The task of educating workers and all working people in the spirit of proletarian internationalism is one of the fundamental tasks of every communist party. But anyone who thinks that this permits him, or even compels him, to sneer at all national sentiments of the broad masses of working people is far from being a genuine Bolshevik, and has understood nothing of the teaching of Lenin on the national question." End of quote. 4 years ago, in another Midwest city, we assembled to take stock of where our nation was and to map out our plans. At the time, we had no idea what was to happen on our country's soil only 2 months later, when commercial jetliners were turned into missiles and crashed into the Twin Towers in the Pentagon. As the dust and debris were settling, as families were gathering to grieve and console one another for the senseless loss of human life, and as an entire nation was trying to make sense of this tragedy, at that same moment, we were entering a period of great peril. Lacking legitimacy because of a fraudulent election, but harboring grandiose political plans, the Bush administration went into overdrive to transform this tragic event into a pretext and cover for its long-abiding mission, world empire. The war on terror gave the White House a rationale with which to exploit people's fears and insecurities, to intimidate any vocal opposition, and to win popular support, at least momentarily, for its project to reorder political and economic relations domestically and worldwide, in much the same way that anti-Sovietism and anti-communism did during the Cold War. On the domestic level, the Bush administration ramped up its assault on the whole panoply of people's rights, reforms, entitlements, all of which were the handiwork of decades of hard struggle. Economic and political reforms that were once thought to be sacred became dispensable. Everything that gave people some security was on the chopping block. Job opportunities, pensions, public health, healthcare, civil rights, voting rights, reproductive rights, labor rights, welfare relief, gay rights, immigrant rights, child care, retirement security, and much more became fair game for the butchers in the White House and Congress. And this many-sided assault continues to this day.